Namaste, Javins. Myself, Javin, Dr. Barkha Khurana. In today's session, we'll be continuing about the heart. In previous session, we had discussed about the chambers, the valves. Now here we'll be continuing with the other important parts. This session is important for human physiology. So let's start about the relative thickness of muscular walls. See, the left ventricle is thicker than right ventricle because it forces blood out against more resistance. And that's why most of the time the myocardium is affected in case of heart attack. The systemic circulation is much longer than the pulmonary circulation. We had discussed about the circulation in our previous sessions. Atria are thin because ventricular filling is done by gravity, requiring very little effort. Now what happens, the thickness of left ventricle is more because it has to work against resistance. It has to force more of the blood. And that's why, because of hypertrophy is increase in the size of the cell. So because of the hypertrophy of the muscle, because it has to force blood out against more resistance, leading to more thickness. Now atria are thin because here gravity is also helping it in ventricular filling. And that's why less of the effort is required. See, here you can see cadaver dissection. We have opening of inferior vena cava, tricuspid valve, myocardium of right ventricle, bicuspid valve, chordae tendineae. Here you can see the more detailed diagrams of the valves. Here, pulmonary valve, aortic valve, area of cutaway, mitral valve, tricuspid valve. See, this is the flow. From this one is inferior vena cava, this is superior vena cava. The blue arrows are the deoxygenated blood. From here it is moving to right atrium. From here also it is coming to right atrium, then right ventricle, then left atrium. Here it is going to lungs, then from left atrium to left ventricle, and from here it is moving to aorta, which is the largest artery, and it supplies the whole of the body. Now we'll discuss few terms like systole, diastole. Systoles means contraction of the muscles of the heart, and diastole means relaxation. Now the normal rate is 60 to 100. If the heart rate is slow, that is bradycardia, and if it is very fast, that is known as tachycardia. Now we'll talk about the heart sound. Generally you have heard that the heart sound is dhak dhak, but it's not so. The heart sound is lup dup, L-U-P, D-U-P, lup dup. L-U-P, D-U-P, lup dup. Now the heart sounds are S1 and S2. S1 occurs when there is closing of AV, that is AV valve, that is your mitral and tricuspid valve, at the start of ventricular systole. Whenever there is systole is contraction. So whenever there is contraction, S1 is produced by the closing of your AV valves. S2 heart sound is the closing of semilunar valve, that is aortic and pulmonic valve, whenever they are at the end of ventricular systole. Now there are murmurs, that is the sound of flow. You must have heard when the water is flowing, there is very soothing voice, very soothing sound. So here when the blood is flowing, the sound of flow is known as murmur. But these murmurs can be normal as well as abnormal. Now we'll talk about auscultations. Auscultation is done with the help of your stethoscope. You must have seen a stethoscope. We'll be doing it in practical also. So these are the places you can see in the picture where we can hear these sounds, S1, S2, murmurs. See over here, we can hear the sound of aortic semilunar valve, which is heard at second intercostal space. Here we can heard of the sound of pulmonary semilunar valve, so on. See, the right border of heart is formed by right atrium. Now we'll talk about the cardiac muscles. So you can see the diagram of cardiac muscles. These are involuntary muscles which involuntary means they keep on working, contracting and relaxing to pump the blood out of the heart. Now these are branching, striated, generally uninucleated cells that interdigitate at specialized junctions. Uninucleate means they have just one nucleus. You can see in the diagram. Fine. And they are present at the walls of the heart. And they are automatic. That means they contract themselves, relax themselves, and they inherit rhythmicity. That means it is very much rhythmic, very much sequenced. The contraction is sequenced. So this is all in your session. In next session, we'll be talking about ECG or electrocardiogram. I hope you understood this session, and if you have any doubts, you can share it in problem solving session. And this session is powered by Digital 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth. Thank you so much.